Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So yesterday, we're continuing our nonfiction week. Remember, non means not, fiction means fake. Good. So let's take out our piece of paper from yesterday. We have non means not, and fiction means fake. So nonfiction means it's not fake or it's real. So books like that have lots of information. And yesterday we read about this a book from this series called The Solar System. Now, see up here, it says Exploring Space. Let me show you something. Look at this one. It says Exploring Space. And look at this one. Exploring Space, right up there at the top. And here's another one. And another one. And they all say Exploring Space because that's the name of the series. So, but the name of this book is Space Stations, and we're going to save that one because that's a really cool one, and I've got some cool pictures to show you. Oh, and of course, astronauts. How many of you want to grow up to be an astronaut? Do you think you'd like to go to the moon? I know there was a time when I did. And there was an astronaut named Krista McAuliffe, and she was a school teacher. She was a fourth grade school teacher, and she was going to be the first civilian in space. And I was in school to become a teacher, and I remember thinking, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll become a school teacher and go into space. But I didn't. So yesterday was the solar system, and today is going to be asteroids. Are you ready to read the book? I hope you are. And look again, we've got a green tape telling us it's for an easy reader, and we have a yellow tape telling us that this is non-fiction. So this is a book with information in it. Are you ready? And of course, you know that there's going to be some things that we're going to have in there, right? We're going to have a table of contents. We'll have a glossary, maybe an index. We're going to have those non-fiction features. Are you ready? Here's our title page, Asteroids. Oh, and this one, the author here is Derek Zobel. Oops, let me move my thing. This is Derek Zobel, and he had consultants. I'm not so sure. Is this the same person as yesterday? Dwayne Quam? Yep, same consultant that helped him yesterday from the Minnesota State Academy Academic Science Standards and Writing Committee. Okay, so let's begin. And there we have asteroids. And we're going to learn about what are asteroids, what makes up asteroids, discovering and exploring asteroids. And then we have a glossary, a to learn more, and an index. And this, of course, is our table of contents. And there, boys and girls, are all those chapter numbers. You said no, Mrs. Nielsen. You said those are page numbers. Of course, those are page numbers. So are you ready? Asteroids. Look, that is an asteroid, boys and girls. Asteroids are rocks in the solar system. They orbit the sun. There are millions of asteroids in their solar system. So look, here's a picture of the sun. And can you see all those floating rocks, if you will? Most of them are shaped like potatoes. All of them have craters. Craters are caused by crashes with other objects. So you see those? Those are craters. Kind of looks like the moon, doesn't it? Astronomers, and again, remember we talked about those are the people who study space and heavenly bodies, things that are floating around. Astronomers think that asteroids are 4.6 billion years old. That is as old as the Earth. Asteroids hit each other over time and break into smaller pieces. They continue to hit each other and break apart today. So you notice, must have crashed with another one and it's breaking up into smaller pieces. Ceres, that was one of the, I don't want to say planets that we read about yesterday because Mrs. Nielsen in her old age used to call Pluto planet. Remember how we talked about Aries, Pluto, and Ceres, and they're called dwarf planets. Well, here we're going to find out that while this book considers it to be an asteroid. So asteroids range in size. The largest asteroid is Ceres. It is 584 miles across. So the diameter. The smallest asteroids have diameters that are less than 1 mile. So that's less than 8 blocks. So some of them are very small and some are very, very large. And I think that the size is what makes something decide that it's a dwarf planet over an asteroid. Most asteroids in the solar system are part of the asteroid belt. This belt lies between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter and Mars can affect asteroids in the asteroid belt. They can pull asteroids out of their normal orbits. So remember, we talked about this yesterday too. So here's the planet Mars. Here's the big old planet Jupiter. These are all the gaseous planets, and these are more kind of like rock, if you will. And this is this asteroid belt right here. And this goes around the sun, and it's got full of different sizes of asteroids. And they kind of stay there because they kind of have like the gravitational pull of Mars and of Jupiter, and they're kind of in their normal orbits. But gravity from either of those planets can make them shift. Asteroids are made up of many kinds of materials. Some materials reflect more light than others. So here, like you can see how it looks shiny in places. That's reflecting sunlight, right? Some asteroids are made of metals such as iron and nickel. These asteroids look bright. Others are made of carbon. These asteroids look dark. Look, you can barely see in that picture, can you? Notice the difference? And when they say they kind of look like potatoes, this kind of does have that potato shape, doesn't it? Okay. Giuseppe Piazzi discovered the first asteroid in 1801. He named it Ceres. That's the one we've been talking about. He thought he had discovered a new planet. William Herschel was the first scientist to use the term asteroid. He used it in 1802, a year off after Giuseppe. Asteroid is Greek for star-like. So he wasn't saying it was a star, he was saying it was like a star. Scientists have discovered many asteroids since then. Some have been discovered with telescopes. That is a very powerful telescope. Do you notice how you look down here and you look up? Space probes like this one. See, it's like a probe, a machine that's floating out in space. Space probes have found other asteroids. Galileo was a space probe that found some asteroids with their own moons. So some asteroids are so big that they have their own moons that go around them because they have a gravitational pull. Scientists landed a space probe on an asteroid. Can you imagine that? So they landed down there, a space probe in 2001. The spacecraft sent back information about its orbit, that's how it goes around the sun, the size, and the materials that made up the asteroid. Scientists hope that one day astronauts will land on an asteroid. They will learn even more about these large space rocks. Can you imagine that? You could be the astronaut that goes to space and lands on the first asteroid. And there we have it. We are to our glossary. Remember what the glossary is? It's that list of words that you might want to know more about. And then we have another to learn more. So places to go and look in the library for different books. And then we have on the web. And I will post this on the website for you guys to learn more about asteroids. And again, we end with our index. And our index has the list of all the things, different subjects, that if I wanted to know more about telescopes, I might turn to page 18. If I want to know about Mars, I see that Mars is mentioned on page 10 and on page 11. So I can look up, if I was interested in something very special or particular, I could look in the index and find it. So you notice that there are a lot more subjects than there are chapters, because all those subjects are somewhere within these chapters. So did you enjoy this book? I did too. Boy, I have missed reading nonfiction. So I hope you guys enjoyed your book. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. And as I hit myself, enjoy. Tomorrow we will read another book about space as we go on. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. So let's see, I'll show you the titles we have, and maybe you can guess what we'll do next. Will it be NASA? Will it be the space shuttles? Will it be astronauts? Or will it be space stations? So you think about that, and tomorrow I will surprise you with our new book, okay? Everybody have a good day. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Bye, my friends. I will see you tomorrow.